Hey toy fans, Aaron here. Today we're going to check out the 6-inch Black Series Captain Rex. This is the Hascon exclusive, but I picked mine off the Hasbro Toy Shop.com website. So let's head to that table and check it out. First a look at the packaging, and as with the rest of the exclusives directly from Hasbro, you know, the website and Comic-Con and stuff, you get a special packaging here. And in this case, nice blue packaging. You got Captain Rex on the bottom right side. No number, of course, on this side because he is an exclusive. On the back, you got the cutout of Jag eyes, I think they're called, but that is cut through this outer layer, and letting you see the back side or the back of the inside packaging. And then on the other side here, long bio about Captain Rex and what he was doing in the war and stuff. This cover, as I said, just simply slides off, giving you a really good look at Captain Rex on the inside, the included accessories. In my case, both that I ordered, this blue tray was in great shape, so no shrinkage and stuff there. As far as the wraparound here, you get a little printing of Captain Rex that kind of wraps around to the back side. And just the logo Black Series Star Wars on the other side here. Sliding the figure out of the packaging so we get a better look at it. This is a sweet looking figure. Head to toe, this figure looks fantastic. Going in on that helmet, good weathering detail through there as well. All the kind of dirt built up in the folds of the helmet and stuff. One thing I'll say is those Jag eyes at the top of the forehead are just a little off center. I would have liked that shifted to the left. I'm sure that's just a printing error. I'd be willing to bet that that varies figure to figure. So in my case, it's just a little off center. The kill marks on the sides of his helmet look really nice, and you can identify each line. It's not run together or anything. That gold painting around the rims of the helmet, the face area and stuff looks really good. And that blue painting along the visor area as well also has lots of great wearing and scratch marks in there. The one thing I don't like about the way the helmet sits, though, is that you can see the chin right underneath dead center of the helmet. Pretty minor. I think we've had that on other figures before. Would have liked to have been able to see that get covered up. Taking that helmet off so we can see the head sculpt. Things are looking pretty good through here. Now, I do believe, and I could very much be wrong on this, I think this is the normal process of making the figures. There's a new printing process coming out, and I think the Captain Rex that gets released next year as a regular release will have that. But as it is, though, the hairline's looking pretty good. A little bit of off painting, but I mean, it's really minor. I think the head sculpt looks pretty darn good, too. The eyes are painted nicely along with the eyebrows. So I'm looking forward to see just what it is this new process will improve upon next year. Looking at the arms and the waist area, again, that great weathering detail continues throughout there, looking really good. The blue lines running down the arms looks really good, too. And then on his right forearm area, you got some white scratch marks in the helmet for his kill marks, and you've even got the same on the left forearm. For the most part, this pauldron along his shoulders is looking pretty good. I will say that I wish mine laid a little flatter. Kind of sticks up a bit. Maybe in time it'll relax more. And to note, that is indeed glued on the back side, so that's not removable or anything. Along the chest area, you do have that golden orange lines running along the sides. As it rotates around the back, too, you got a little bit of gray painting for the back of his armor piece. Belt detailing, too, is looking really good. Everything seems like it's molded and sculpted as it should be. I love the way the dirt application is applied to that dirt wash. The comma on this piece, oh, am I saying that right? It sounds like I'm saying comma as in punctuation. Anyways, soft goods there. It's not that molded plastic. Looking really good, sits nicely. And obviously then that's not going to get in the way of any poses you might want to do with this figure. Looking down through the leg area, again, pretty nice wash. It's getting a little bit cleaner though, especially as you get down to the lower inner calf area. It's a little bit clean there, but otherwise the dirt wash is looking pretty good. And you got some more kill marks on the side of that calf area as well on the outer sides. As for the articulation of this figure, this rangefinder does swivel up and down. And that head movement, of course, side to side, and you get a really good range up and down on this figure, even with the helmet on. And I get that helmet off so you can see what's going on there, but the head is on a ball joint, and then the neck itself does swivel. So two different actions there going on. As for the shoulder area, that shoulder armor piece does slide in underneath the chest, so you do get that arm going up pretty good there. And then, well, it'll show off better here. Of course, good swiveling on his right arm. But you'll be a little bit limited because of that pauldron here. At the elbow area, he's double jointed here, so pretty good range throughout there. And then does swivel at the top of the bicep. And for both wrists, they swivel. And then his right hand goes up and down, and the left hand is side to side movement. At the waist area, you do get that movement underneath the chest armor here, so swiveling and some crunching up and down as well. As for the legs, of course, you do get your splits going out, and then you can bring your legs up so far, but you know, if you twist that thigh a bit, you're going to get it up more. And then for the knee area, again, double joints here, nothing we haven't seen before. And then at the foot, you get your forward and back at the ankle, and then it does rotate around at the top of the foot. As far as his accessories, he does come with quite a few weapons. First up here is his DC-17 blasters. He's got 2 of those. Of course, that's his trademark, you know, two-handed gunslinger shooting there. These are just plain black molded pieces of plastic, but pretty good sculpting to it. And unfortunately, it's just his right hand that has that index finger out a little bit for the trigger finger. That left hand is not molded that way, though. Little unfortunate considering that this is his trademark shooting style. Wish that other hand would have had the index finger out a bit. And he does have a holster on each side of his hips that you can slide these smaller weapons into. Next up is the more traditional DC-15 blaster. Sculpting's looking really good here, and in the case of this blaster and his other larger weapon, you do get some silver weathering along the sides and tops of the weapon, so that's looking really good here. It's nice to see that added at least on these larger weapons. And then finally here, as I mentioned, he does have this larger blaster rifle. Pretty nice sculpting to it, and as I mentioned also, it does have the weathering on this one, and so you have a little bit of silver washed in on this blaster here. So overall for me, like I said, this is an awesome looking figure. I'm glad I managed to get my hands on one, and even happier that it's not, you know, smashed up in the plastic tray. So at least the one that I don't open looks great. But even though I do have a few, you know, nitpicks here and there, especially seeing that chin underneath the helmet, overall I'm very thrilled with this figure and I love how it looks. And so that wraps up this look at Captain Rex. I'd love to know your thoughts on this figure in the comments section below. And as always, thanks for watching.